thanks so much for joining us. This is Coffee Club, and it's just a place to have a real conversation about life and motherhood and ministry and all kinds of other things. But today I'm so excited because I have one of my best friends in the whole entire world, Christina Holt, with us today.
Hey guys.
Hey, thanks so much for being on here with me.
So fun.
So tell us about Brooklyn, because how many weeks old is Brooklyn right now?
I can't answer that. I know she's 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
I go by months now. She's sleeping right now. She wasn't able to make it today, so.
Mom win. That's
yeah.
A mom win. Well, Christina and I, we've known each other for a long time now. Almost 10 years. We've been through lots of seasons together. And I think what's really fun is that we were roommates in college, and we're roommates now. How fun is that?
So fun.
What's your
And I still love you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good friendship if you still love each other after living together. Anyways, I thought it was so great just to have you here and have you on today, because I think your story is so powerful, and I think she's going to encourage you today. We wanted to talk a little bit about heartbreak and healing and what that kind of looks like. And so, but really, I mean, the last year or so of your life has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So tell us about the last year of your life.
It's been fun. It's been like everything has happened really, really fast, but I'm super grateful. So I got married to the love of my life about a year ago in September. And then we just had our little baby Brooklyn, and we love her so much. She's such a little miracle. It's been a crazy year and lots of changes, you know, going from marriage and Alan jumping into like a marriage with a 2-year-old, and then going through the first year of marriage, which everyone says is the hardest year, but honestly, I'm super blessed that it really wasn't hard.
Yeah.
I know that's not to say that like it's never gonna be hard, but it's been really, really fun. Like having him and having little Roma and now little Brooklyn. It's
been amazing.
So it's been really, really amazing.
Yeah, it's been a fun year. I want you to share just a little bit, and you talked about having a 2-year-old when you got married. So share a little bit, just background with everyone of kind of, you know, the heartbreak and the story that you've kind of been through and journeyed through. Yeah,
so about 4 years ago, I was married to my first husband, and we were married back in 2013. And then in 2014, he passed away suddenly. No signs of anything. It was really unexpected.
Yeah.
Life was going great. We just had, you know, little Roma. She was 2 months old at the time, and, you know, we were both like, you know, so overjoyed because of that little baby, and we were so excited for the new journey that we had just started as parents. But all of a sudden, the Lord just decided it was his time to go, and he was just taken from us. And I'm sorry, I don't like crying when I talk about it, but these are real feelings that still happen. He passed away, and I was left with a 2-month-old. I had no idea what I was doing. I was new as a parent, and now I was new single parent. I had no idea how I was going to raise her on my own and survive. But as the days and the months and the years had, you know, passed by, I realized that what was really going to get me through all of that was Jesus in my life, and you know, trusting in him that he was the real source of my healing, and the only one that could provide. And still to this day, even though, you know, I'm remarried to Alan, which has been like an unexpected blessing, and I'm so thankful. But even with being married again, I still have to rely on God to provide everything that I need to make me the best parent, to make me the best wife, to still get me through those moments of grief that might creep up every once in a while. But it has been a crazy 4 years, but it's been filled with heartbreak and healing.
It's been really incredible being your friend through this, because just to see the way that you've navigated it, the way that you've had strength. I'll never forget we had just started the church, and it was our first Mother's Day, actually. I had preached the day before, and I had actually, in my sermon, I didn't tell Christina this, but I had, pastors do this all the time, I had shared a part of her story just about the strength that she had, and just about, you know, what it means to just trust in God. And so that day I had shared that. The next day, Christina, you called me, and you'd had really a tough Mother's Day, and you were like, you know what, I just think I need to get out of Virginia Beach and I need to come to New York. As I look back on it, it was really like God was doing so much in your life, and he was really speaking a lot into you of kind of this idea of like, it's not about moving on, right? Because when you've gone through something like that, there's no such thing as moving on necessarily. You don't move on from losing a husband, you don't move on from somebody passing away, but kind of this idea of like moving forward and taking steps into healing and taking steps into the future that God has for you. You did something like totally drastic kind of after that. So kind of share that experience a little bit, because I think it's something that you did in the physical that I think kind of was like, I think it kind of did something in the spiritual in your life too, as you made this choice and made a step of faith. So kind of talk about that a little.
Well, I'll never forget the feeling. So being in Virginia Beach, you know, there were so many memories, there was so much there, and I just felt like, you said, I was in this cloud of like sadness, and I just couldn't break free of it, and I, you know, just had enough, and I was like, God, like I feel like you're telling me something, like this is telling me something, and I need to get out. I just need to get away for a second so I can just really focus on, you know, on you, and not all of this stuff that I'm just like stuck in right now. So I called you, and I was like, hey, what are you up to? I haven't seen your church yet. I'd love to come visit. So I packed me and Roma. We hopped in the car, and I'll never forget the feeling when I went over this really massive bridge. I just felt like this burden was lifted, and I just felt like everything was so peaceful. Roma's usually not peaceful at that age, but she was really calm in the car seat, and all of the water, this might sound weird and crazy, but you know, just the water around us was super calm.
So cool.
And I felt calm inside, and I felt super peaceful and, you know, at peace, and I just will never forget that feeling, because that told me that I was making the right decision and I was moving in the right direction.
That's great.
So I came up to Harlem, and it put this little thing in my heart, and I was just like, what is this? I don't know what it is, but I think it's God telling me you need to move here. I had no idea why. Especially as a single mom and with a 2-year-old, I had no idea how I was going to do it. Yeah. But like I said, I chose to trust in Him. Choosing to trust in God doesn't take away your sadness, doesn't take away the pain, it doesn't take away the heartbreak, but it does provide and give you the hope that you need to get through it.
So good.
And if I hadn't made the choice to trust in God every single day, that He was gonna be with me every step of the way, I don't think I would be here today. And I think it's super important that we do like make that choice. Yeah. People might say, "Oh, that's it? That's all you did?" Yeah.
But I think that's such an incredible idea. Like, choosing to trust doesn't take away the pain, doesn't take away the sorrow, but it does give you hope. And I think there's a lot of people, you know, who needed to hear that today. So thank you so much for sharing. Thanks for kind of laying it all out there, and just giving us some strength for the journey, some strength to get through whatever we're facing today. And so I'm just so grateful for you. Love you so much. And hey, if you're watching today, you know, and this really resonated with you and it really spoke to you, we want you to know that God has a plan for you, that there's more ahead. There's hope, there's healing on the other side of your heartbreak. And so continue to choose Jesus, continue to trust Him. I believe you're going to get through it. And thank you so much, Christina, for being here. I love you. I mean, we could really do this every day.
Yeah.
Because you live here. So we can make it happen.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn is still asleep.
Yep.
So good news. Good news. She didn't cry in the middle of the video.
So I can go relax for a second.
Yeah. Take a moment to yourself. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining us on Coffee Club. We love you so much. The best is yet to come.